Okay, we have sound now, so sorry everybody. Welcome Diana, she's here this morning and she has some amazing clean and simple cards that you're going to love. And Diana, I was focusing on this one because that is so cool how you use that new die from Elizabeth Crafts with the stethoscope.
These are almost all Elizabeth Craft dies except for one card, I think.
So, it's an Elizabeth Craft Day
Elizabeth Craft Day again.
So today that's what we're going to do. We've got some wonderful cards here from Diana, and I've been just panning through them as everyone's been joining us so you can kind of get an idea and see. Welcome to Memory Bound Live this morning here on channel MBTV, right Diana?
Yep.
We know there were a lot of storms happening. We had a lot of tornadoes, and we hope that all of you that were affected by the storms are doing okay. It's like, oh my gosh, it was crazy here in Iowa, and it just
crazy.
I feels like it keeps coming, but we might be getting out of our drought, so that would be maybe the positive thing. And Diana, we have a request to wish Rhonda a happy birthday. So thank you, Marilyn. We'd love to know about birthdays. So happy birthday, Rhonda. I hope it's your best day ever. And I hope you get to do some crafty things, too, while you're here. So today we are going to talk to Diana about her cards. And then before we do that, I just want to buzz around here. We got lots of talk about weather going on. We got a lot of prayers for all of those affected. I think most of us, those of us that I know from Memory Bound are doing well and are okay. We did close last night. We closed yesterday at 3 o'clock because of the weather. The storms were going to be happening right at our staff change around 4:30, and I just didn't really feel it was worth risking people driving home or coming to Memory Bound. It just didn't seem worth it to me. So we did close yesterday and to keep everybody safe. And we also got in this fabric yesterday. So we had storms and we had some cool fabric come in. So here is the new fabric from Tim Holtz. They're fat quarters, and we have two different styles. We have the foundations, and Diane showed all of these yesterday. The foundations have a little bit more color in them. And then we have the monochromatics, which are going to be more of your neutrals. But you know what? You can color fabric, guys. So you could make those any color you want. And Michelle just made a comment, Diana. She said, looking at these bundles makes her want to take up quilting. Use them on your paper crafts. That works perfect too. Okay, and Kathy says school's out for summer. So she's going to be watching us every day live. So we're happy to have you. Welcome everybody. We're so glad you're here. And thank you, Diana, Diane for yesterday, her beautiful showing of her album from Elizabeth Crafts. And Diana, welcome Diana today, Diane yesterday.
It's confusing.
And we have a lot of people saying that they're safe. There's cases thankful we are safe. And that tornado, I had no idea what was going on yesterday because I was gone. But boy, it sounds like it was a crazy, crazy time for a lot of people. And I just can't imagine what some of those families are going through. So our prayers and wishes are with all of them.
Yep, I have a son who works for Alliant Energy. He's out there somewhere. I don't know.
Out there restoring power?
He thought he might be headed for Greenfield, but he wasn't sure.
Whenever something happens, Diana's son is always out. Now, does he actually have one of those trucks and he goes up in a little...
He does have a truck, but he is a supervisor now. He's had so many injuries from working on the high lines all for so many years with his wrists and his elbows that he is now the supervisor, and he assigns the crews to their areas.
Get out there.
He has to go around and make sure
well,
they're all doing their job.
Well, our power was out. Was your power out last night, Diana?
No.
I bet wonder if your son had something to do with that.
No. Well, we do have Alliant Energy, but we're all underground, so it's very rare that ours goes out.
Well, our power was out at home, and you guys' Memory Bound was down, so it made it even better that we had closed last evening because we didn't have power after the storm went through. So anyway, let's move on from the storm to clean and simple and the cards that Diana made. So Diana, where do you want to start? What are we
it
going
doesn't
to
really
talk
matter.
about today?
These are all, I tried to use Elizabeth Craft on all of them because, again, I'm an Elizabeth Craft theme.
She's an Elizabeth Craft nut.
However, with the sale yesterday, we don't have all the dies that I use, but I can give you numbers and we can go from there. So
And
maybe
we
we
can
get them,
order, if
them.
if we sold out of them, we can certainly order them back in. That's not a
Absolutely.
problem at all.
Yeah. So some of my favorites, as I'm just talking about most of these cards, are the word dies, and there is another set also.
This is Everyday Words 2.
Yeah, one might not be here.
We're out of Everyday Words, the original, and this is Everyday
Yeah.
Words 3. The original one we can certainly get. We just sold out of
And
it.
this is the original one here. If you
Okay.
that's mine.
So we
but,
have 2 and we have 3. So if you take a look at those, if there's words on there that you can really
those
work
are
with
really nice.
or that are helpful, and then I'll show you one, which we can certainly order. This was the original one. I've got a little glare there, everybody.
And this is the brand new one. I used it on, I think, 1 or 2 of them.
That's
And
called
that's a
layered
really nice one,
greetings.
too.
And
A little bit bigger than the originals.
so layered greetings, and if you look at the thank you, I'm going to take you over here. And here is the thank you where Diana used it. And she did not use the shadow on that. I couldn't think of the word shadow.
Right.
Oh, you know what, Diana? That is not it. I apologize. This is it here. So here we go.
Yeah, that one is it. Right.
I
It's a
told
little bit bigger. Yeah, and it's all one word. I mean, it'll cut out as one word.
One die.
So again,
yay! We love them
yes,
when they're one.
That is the best of the best. And actually, these all cut out as one words too. So
That's probably why you
as a
like them.
hooked together. That's why I
So we
love
have
them.
everyday words and we have layered greetings. And
So
you're going to
that's-
see those on Diana's cards today.
Yes, as we go around. The other one, let's see if I can. Here we go.
Diana, you're very organized. So here's how she has her Elizabeth Craft organized in these.
I have used these 2 dies, which come together. This is one set, and this is another set. But these 2 dies,
That is the Elegant Decorative Borders.
and that is the
Oh.
narrow one in here, and also on the Best Wishes card.
Okay, I'm going to come over here slowly.
The Best Wishes card has that little border on it.
And that is Elegant Decorative Borders. And we sold out of that.
2121, if somebody wants a number for it. And
This is
one
beautiful.
is the long one. And this paper just came like this. It was a wood paper in different colors, and so I just put the die
Oh.
down through it. It's not like it's pieced together or anything.
You just picked out a good paper for it, like an ombre
Yeah, I
paper
thought
you can
that
use
that
or,
worked
or
really
whatever.
well.
And there she has a
And
white
there
on white.
I put it across the bottom on this one.
Okay.
So
So
that
that's
is
another favorite. That's a new one.
And again, that one is gone.
Very clean and simple.
Very clean and simple. Okay, so well we'll just start on this one since we've already shown the edging on it. This I just made a little frame, and I made it out of,
Is it the?
again, I think it might be the very first one. Yeah.
And this is glitter paper. If you're not familiar with Diana, she loves her sparkles.
Oh yes, and it's a lighter weight glitter paper, so I could actually make the card out of it. I
yeah,
use
it
these
is.
little frames here, and I just use that first one and that second one to make this little narrow frame. And this is tab 6, so I think Diane explained those tabs yesterday, 4, 5, and 6. So this is on tab 6.
Number 6.
That you can make that. And again, the best wishes are off of the,
That was on
Word.
the everyday words.
yes.
So if you check out the everyday words, like I mentioned earlier, you could look to see
That
what
was on
words
2.
you could use
There.
the most. You know, what are the words you would use the most. And then the little hearts, are those doodlebug little hearts, Diana?
They are. They're just
So those are some of
just
the little doodlebug.
any little hearts you can use.
They call them sprinkles, and we have all kinds of different ones. There's a whole section for doodlebug embellishments, and you'll find all kinds of colors and styles in there.
And then these, on this one, again, I used the words "get well soon," and it came off
I
of
like
this
that
one.
you used a lot of the same words, so we
Yeah, so it
realize we
did.
can do so much with them.
The back I embossed the white back I embossed, and it was just with a embossing folder that I pulled out of my stash, because I've got a few 5x7 ones, and I do, as everybody probably knows, mostly 5x7 cards. And so I needed one that would cover it all and wasn't too extravagant. I just wanted something for a background. So you could use any of your embossing folders. A lot of you make A2 cards, so
just make it smaller.
just make it smaller. And these little tiny flowers was just a set of these cut out.
And okay, and that's mini florals.
Right, and I just put a drop of Nuvo Drops, white drop in the middle. You could use bling, you could use, any of your little enamel dots, whatever you wanted.
Now we just had we need to have a sound. Okay, Kay has sound. Somebody doesn't have sound, but somebody does, so we're going to have Janet confirm that we're good with sound. So, yes. Okay, beautiful, Diana. You really got the clean and simple down.
This one up here, and this was, I'm pretty sure it is one of her butterflies. I could not find I might have the die in here somewhere, but
so you could
again,
use,
we don't have, but you could use
it's
any.
Right here,
any
Diana.
die.
It's this one.
Oh, duh! It would have flown into my face. Yes, so it's that die, and that's one of the newer ones too. 2119.
And Diana, there's one right behind you. Can you grab it right there?
Butterfly die.
Second row down from the top.
This one is the bigger one.
Yeah. So here's a bigger butterfly
option.
This
is a much bigger one, but yeah, that little one is
this is
a really
ornate
nice
butterfly, but it's the same type of die where you're going to get the background, and then you get that top that goes over the top, and it's got the little holes, and it's just going to be bigger.
And it might not be
you might need
clean and simple.
Be good for a layout, a clean and simple layout.
And again, the Just Because is off of the newer set, without a background, without a
But I think the idea of having just a title and a die cut, and I think the black outline on the butterfly really makes it. Diana, nice job.
Absolutely. I love that font too. It's just a beautiful
And
font.
you might have a butterfly die from Sizzix or Spellbinders.
Yeah, absolutely. So then often people ask about making man cards or boy cards.
Man cards?
Man or boy.
That's not how I've heard that phrase used, but
so I've got a few here that I've made. Now this one I just used the font on here to do the happy birthday. Otherwise, I used the background paper here.
Diana, I have to tell you, I absolutely love this card.
I made this for my neighbor boy. Well, actually, his was 18, not 15, because he races cars. But you just have to gauge where you want to cut out if you're making it clean and simple.
So where? Let's see where you would have cut it out at. Was it up there on the top, maybe?
It was on this side,
this
yeah.
This paper is called Speed Happens, and it's just
a great paper. I would say it's right in there and from the top.
And you just cut out the piece of the paper that you want, so she
just
still had a lot
there
of white.
Is where I was. So I cut that out, and then I stamped it with, and then I used the other side for the inside.
Oh,
I did the same
I did
thing.
not know you did that on the inside.
I did the same thing, yeah, on the inside.
Oh, I love that.
Just put a little bit down on the bottom that way. The 15, of course, is Tim's big numbers.
It's called Paint by Numbers.
Yeah, and then I put the glaze on them. This is lumberjack plaid glaze.
The numbers actually have shine. They're actually embossed with the Tim Holtz lumberjack glaze. You can kind of see it there, the shine. That might be my favorite card today.
So that is not an Elizabeth Craft dice or card, so to speak, except for the happy birthday.
Love it.
But back to Elizabeth Craft. So this one is pretty simple, and I just used some of these edges. I used that little edge there.
That's called Borders and Trims.
And I don't know where the chain went. Oh, the chain one. And then this one. And I just put them in metallics or shiny sorts of things, manly colors. And then Happy Father's Day.
Looks good. So
Father's
it doesn't
Day, so
have
it's
to be
very
white.
simple.
If you're trying to do
You know,
clean
that-
and simple, it can be a color.
And that might be for somebody that is like a father to you, or a neighbor, or somebody that you just want to recognize on Father's Day. You don't want to get mushy, but there you are.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So that one is $21.39, borders and trims.
Which the thing about these dies are they're not your A2 size. They're big. So you can use them on bigger
Yes.
cards or maybe some of your other projects.
Or even
I
scrapbook
think they're
pages,
8
I
inches.
swear.
Well, they're
Yeah.
the size of a planner page, I believe.
Yeah, yes, they will go down a planner page.
Ooh, this is a fun one too.
And this one is the tools, and I think Diane showed you those tools yesterday. So that is this set.
And it's called Toolbox.
And again, the happy birthday is from these sets up here.
But it's interesting that you did 2 circles and you offset them a
I
little
just
bit.
offset the one. I was going to center that brown one, and then I thought, maybe I'll do something
Well,
a
that's
little
something
different.
different. I
So
like
I just
that.
kind of offset it and then put the tools around on the bottom. And now that we got
This
that
die has.
Tim's
I
screw
forgot about this
tops
die.
too.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
this
you could
is
do the little
really
screw
nice.
tops on there.
Somewhere I thought that would be cute too. Although it's got little screws that I put around in there, so which are on here
Diana,
somewhere.
when you do these, are you putting the toilet paper adhesive on the back of your paper, or are you?
You know,
putting
I
them with
don't,
liquid
because I
glue?
forget about it, and I don't know why. I've got 3 rolls of it at home sitting around looking at me.
Okay.
But when I remember it, I do. But
Okay.
none of these. Okay, now this one is we've debated on this one as far as clean and simple. Simply because I use the paper for the background, and it does have just a little bit of
It's got a little bit.
something
I think
here.
it could pass at memory bound. But can you
Yeah.
grab the paper pack back there? Is that the one you used?
Yes, Evening Rose.
So I guess we'll ask our viewers, what do you think? Can this be? Are we allowed to call this clean and simple? Which I say we are. And she did use the Evening Rose paper pack, or not the whole pack, of course,
Yeah.
but a paper from there. Because there's a lot of paper in here that's got borders that you could easily
Yeah,
do
that's
this.
got that
Kind
you
of like
can
the
kind
racing
of frame.
paper.
So again, the butterfly that I used on the other one, and the hello from the new set.
Yeah, that's really pretty. I say it qualifies because it's hard to do clean
Oh,
and simple.
for me,
Cheryl says
it's
it
clean
passes,
and
and Peggy
Good.
says she's a yes on that one,
yeah,
and so does Lisa.
it does for me, because clean and simple really isn't my style at all.
Diana is
And
more of
so-
a over-the-top glitter,
Glitter.
gems, sequins,
Gem.
anything that sparkles.
Anything. So, and more is better in my book. I
yes,
don't
it
know.
is.
Not ever. Okay, so this one that says "Hello, friend" uses our sunflower die, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is one of the best sunflower dies I've ever come
Well,
across.
and this one is called Florals 26. So if you're looking for a really nice sunflower die, and you can see on the
wonderful.
back here all the pieces, and
You can make
it's
them a little
bigger or
bigger.
little.
Yeah.
There's 3 sizes of petals on there, and then I'll zoom in here.
You can layer it all you want or not. Now I put glossy accents in the center just to set it. So to make the
Yeah, what's
strip down
behind
the
it?
back, I have used the Scotch Post-it. You could use anything that would fit along there if you had a big Post-it note, or, you know, any kind of removable tape, or,
And then you inked it?
and then just inked it.
Oh my gosh, Diana,
So just basically put this down each side and inked in between with
so
different
it's like
colors.
a masking thing. And
Yeah,
look at
just
the
mask
colors.
it off. And then laid my flower on it.
Oh my gosh. And
But
it looks
this
like
stuff
you
is
shifted
wonderful.
it. Did you put it here and then shift it over?
Well, I did this, and I thought it was too narrow, so yes, I shifted
I
it
like
over and did it.
it.
But then I really kind of liked it. I almost
love
was going to
it.
throw it away, and then I looked at it and thought, no, I kind of like
So
that
you just
extra
put another
strip.
strip down.
Yeah, just a little bit of a
Very cool,
variation.
very cool. And that's the Post-it labeling and cover-up tape.
cover up.
And
Cover
that's
up's what we're doing.
$8.99 for, looks like you get 700 inches. That'll do a few cards.
Oh yeah, I've had this forever. That's why it's gone from blue to white.
And Diana, when we get done, we need to look at your storage notebook. A lot of people are asking about it, so you'll have to help me remember.
Well, this isn't the way I usually do it at home, but it's good. This one, again, I've shown you this, but this has that pretty strip.
The elegant
The
decorative
big.
borders. So if you, and this just came out, it's a new one, and
Brand
we
new.
have them on order, but here's what the dies look like. Diana brought her
These
dies,
two.
and you get those two. And just doing it in white, it is very elegant.
Yeah. And then I just put the happy anniversary across it because this one, of course, opens that way. And I had to get my bling in there. So I just used the silver to match
Those
the
silver
happy
pearls.
anniversary. Yeah.
Very, very, very pretty.
Just scattered them in there. So that was that one. And this one also used that, as we've looked at this once. But I just put a strip of it down here. So any kind of paper that you would have, even a stripe maybe,
I think
you
that
could
would be
do that.
fun.
Or a wide stripe.
So there's a comparison between doing it in color and doing it white on white. Just to give you an idea how versatile that die can be. And you can cut it also.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just use a piece of it.
Diana, you did very nice jobs on all these cards.
This one is a new one also. Did I have that? Yeah, I got that here. It's one of our brand new ones. 2143, What's Up, Doc, it says. And it is this.
This is from
let me turn it around.
the Favorite Humans collection.
So it has a stethoscope there, making a heart, which I thought was really neat.
That is
I thought this would be a
really-
great thank
oh my
you card
gosh.
for nurses or somebody if you were in the hospital. I know we always gave baskets of candy or something to them. It'd be wonderful to go in with something like that. And then again, just little flowers, and you can do them off of any of your flowers. Because all your flowers have these little guys. And so you can go and do them off of any of them.
So a lot, what she's talking about is they'll have one die that has multiple
With a
flowers.
whole bunches
so
of them.
you're not keeping track of these tiny little dies.
Yeah, and just
then
little
the other
ones.
thing to take note of is the metallic paper. She's using a lot of glitter and metallics, which also really makes this pop. This jumps out at you when you walk by here. Jane wants to know if you're using the glue press to adhere all these little pieces down.
I am.
Yes, she is. The Precision Glue Press. It's out of stock at
do.
the company right now, but as soon as it gets back in stock, we'll have them here at Memory Bound again.
Absolutely.
So if you want one, you can just leave your name, call, send a message, and we'll put you on the list and reserve one for you when they come. Probably early June.
And this happens to be the floral, actual floral that I used, 2117, which is another one of their new ones. And we're out of those right now too.
But like you said, you can
but
use
you
any
can-
of those. So
yeah.
you combine 3 dies from that. You combine What's Up Doc, and then the floral, and then a word die.
And then
that
one
fit
of this,
perfectly
yeah.
inside that stethoscope heart.
And you actually, when you cut it out, you get a perfect heart also will pop out.
Oh, I didn't think
so
about
you could use that on something else, or you
Save
could
it,
find
don't-
another color and put
Yeah.
in there. So
Very
yeah,
nice.
yeah, that works really nice. Okay. This one is,
And
see if I can
this
figure
one
out.
you'll see has got the foil colored, the copper foil paper.
Okay, here we are. So it is this one, which is a fairly new one, and again, we're out of them.
Succulents. and pops.
2135, and I really like this one. This die, it's got a lot of fun things in it.
Well,
I just made
didn't
mine
think
all
about
copper,
doing it
but-
all in one color, Diana.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And I did ink it with a kind of a pink or something just to get some of the edges, just to get a little shadow going, but it
There you
doesn't
can see
show
the
a
ink.
lot.
It doesn't show, but it shows. Do you know what I mean? You don't see it, but you see it.
And you get all kinds of pots and plants and everything with that one. It's a really nice one. 2135.
Oh, did you save this one for last?
Last one. Yeah. My last one is my rose. I love
Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to get, while you look for that, I got to get it up close because this is dimensional. And wouldn't this be
Yes.
beautiful to receive? I think your card here could be for a wedding, just for somebody, for a birthday.
Shower gift.
Shower,
anything you
teacher.
would want. It is the new rose, or I don't think they call it a rose. They call it Florals 27, 2116.
And Diana, you obviously.
But I call it a rose.
What did you cut this out of, and what colors are inks?
So that I cut out of Elizabeth Craft, what she calls her soft cardstock.
Okay.
I think we have the Susan's soft
From
cardstock.
Spellbinders, yeah.
Yes, Spellbinders, and I forgot to bring some of that back. And it does kind of have a softer texture, but it's really good to cut any of the florals out of and then ink them. And so then I inked them before I put them together.
So you cut it out of white then? It's cut
It's
out of white.
It's white. And then you ink them.
And then take notice, everybody, of the little die behind the flower.
Yes, and that is, let's see if I can.
I feel like we just had that one.
We've got a couple back here that you could pass for. I think actually, okay, it's this one, 2015 Journal File XL2, and it's an art journal one. It's this one here.
And there's another one that just has two of those pieces.
There is,
but
and
I don't know that we have it. I'm frantically looking while Diana is talking.
Yeah, I saw the
It's probably
long
on
one that's
order.
a strip earlier this morning, but I'm not seeing it now. Maybe
You will have to check
We
on
sold
it.
it.
I think it's on order because I feel like I just saw it. But
yeah.
so anyhow, those dies make such nice
Yeah,
little
they-
backgrounds for
Yes,
your
and-
items. Even if you put a heart here or your sunflower, it just kind of frames it in and looks really nice. And nice inking, Diana. Gosh, those leaves, they look like they've been sprayed.
Just inked with a couple of colors, peel paint.
And she's used
something
the
else.
Diana is a
Yeah.
5x7 person.
I'm a
All her
5x7.
cards, she needs lots of space, a big canvas. And we do have the super value pack where you get 50 cards and 50 envelopes. And then let's see how much that is, $6.99. So it is a value, and it's a super
very good
value. And those
value.
are available, and they come in white or cream.
Yeah. Now, I just barely did my leaves as far as rounding them or
It looks like
texturing them
they're
or
very.
anything.
It looks like they're very much done.
A lot of times I do them even more. But basically, you just use a flower tool set. You just need something with these ball points. And this point is probably your biggest one here, which
And
I would have used
And
in
I think
those.
we have a Wendy Vecchi set that has bigger.
That has the bigger ones. I
bigger
didn't see that one
stylus.
out there, but yeah, that one only has 2 in it, I think, and that's the ones
bigger.
I really use.
Ooh, or this one.
Yeah, this one is a great set because it has your scissors and tweezers. And
That's from Sizzix. So
everything
these
in it.
stylus, this is from EK. It's $10.99 for the 3. You're going to use probably the bigger one the most. Is that what you're saying, or the two?
I would
two
say
there?
you are. You might use these for twirling if you're going to round
This
them.
set from Sizzix has got scissors. It's got the foam mat. It's got
Mm-hmm.
the tweezers, and it's got 3 stylus. And you can see that they are considerably bigger because this is made for paper sculpting, like
Mm-hmm.
flowers. And I looked at the price. I don't remember. It's $34.99 for this set.
Yeah,
Which is
but
pretty nice for
if
the
you
5,
get into
6
doing
pieces.
flowers, that will really come in handy. Now this one, I would sculpt on the back. I would turn it over and use my ball on the back of it. And someday I'll have to do a demo on how to do that, I guess.
Yeah, we should.
If I wanted my rose to come up like a real rose, this one doesn't. Well, this one does a little bit, right in
sure.
the middle. Then you sculpt from the top.
For the inside.
Yes,
Diana-
and then it'll curl your leaves up instead of back
Instead
and
of going-
down. But I kind of wanted that to hug the card more, so.
Yeah, especially on a card like
Mm-hmm.
this. We have a question about what you have in the middle of the card.
It's just,
Is it like beads?
yeah, they're little, we had those once, and those
Oh.
little jail.
Yes, we have some. We do. I think we have some right
I don't know,
on
let me see.
the picket fence. I think there might be
On
some.
here?
So we had these from Picket Fence, we had some little gems
Oh, yes.
and little jewels. If you
Yeah.
have some of the honeybee.
And I just used the yellow
These-
ones, but we had them in all
These
different
don't have
colors.
adhesive on them, but here's some that we
Yeah.
have from Pink Fresh.
And you just put a dab of glue in the middle and drop some in and press them into it a little bit.
And this one is $4.99. It's one of their essentials, clear with gold dust. And a lot of them like this pick up whatever color you're working with. And it's got multiple sizes.
And we might have different colors because I got that yellow here.
Yeah,
quite
I
a
think
while
we
ago,
do have some different
but I
ones. We
think
have
we've
a
had
section
purple and stuff.
online with gems in it, and I think it's on there.
Okay, did I get them all there?
Oh my gosh, I
think
think
so.
maybe you did.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back so you can see. And we made a mess, but we always do.
Well, yes, we did.
So we'll go back so you can see Diana's clean and simple cards. Diana, thank you so much. These are just beautiful. And I love that we're doing clean and simple because it's just another idea for people. And you know, we want to give you lots of inspiration here at Memory Bound and lots of ideas because we want to craft more in 2024. And this is a good way to do it, is to show you all the samples and the different things that you can make. And people do enjoy getting cards, so you need to make a card and send a card because that is part of the important thing, is getting it in an envelope, addressing it, and putting a stamp on it. And
Yeah, I have to remind myself of that all
we
the
have to
time because
remind
I've got
Diana. You can
I've
send
got
me
a
a
huge
card.
collection of cards
Yeah.
at home.
so those are beautiful, very nicely done. Thank you, Diana. I want to mention, and it looks like they do want you to do a flower demo sometime, so maybe we can do that. I'm seeing if I missed
can do that.
anything. They love your cards, lots of hearts. Remember this one, how she used that masking Post-it tape? That's a technique that I will do because I thought that was pretty cool. And that you use two colors.
Yeah, well, I think I actually used three as I went
colors?
down there. Something blue, something yellow, and something orangey or peachy or something.
I just want to announce that on Friday, again, part of our Crafting More in 2024, that Chris, as I pan through the cards one more time, Chris is doing a craft along on Friday, and you can make a mini album, and here's what you need to bring. And it's on our calendar, so you can go to our calendar and look at the top part of it. It tells you what you'll need for Friday, and you're going to want to do this because this makes the mini album that Gloria brought us on Star Wars Day, on National Scrapbook Day. And you're going to need a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, a trimmer, some score tape, scissors. You're going to need a bone folder or crease tool. And Chris, did I miss anything? Score tape. Do they need any other adhesive?
Well, I used liquid glue to just put
So some liquid glue.
Yeah, just to put a little bit on top of my score tape so I had some movement.
So bring some liquid glue also.
Yeah.
You don't really need much. That's like
No.
12 by 12 piece of paper. I'll count it here on my finger. A scoreboard, a tool, a crease tool. You're going to need liquid adhesive, and
Did you say a trimmer?
and a trimmer.
I didn't use scissors.
You don't need scissors.
But
You can bring them. Bring them
yeah,
along.
Bring them along.
Bring them. Don't leave them out. Don't let them be left out.
Exactly. Everybody in the pool.
They need it. And then
They might
before we
have a new pair
go,
that they can use.
Diana, people are interested in your storage here.
Okay,
So,
well,
We've got a 3-ring binder. It looks like a We Are Memory Keepers, 8.5 by 11.
Right, and these are just the 8.5 by 11 of
The pages
that go
them.
with. The magnet boards are either the Lawn Fawns or even the cheaper ones you can put in here. Some of them I have backed with cardboard with chipboard. But yeah, I just put them in, and then I always try to keep the back
packaging.
piece.
So on one side she has the magnet sheet, and on the back she's got the original packaging from Elizabeth Crafts or whoever.
Yeah,
whoever you're doing.
I brought this with all the things I used today, but I'm going to go home and just put my flowers in this one because I actually have 4 big baskets of Elizabeth Craft. It is never going to go in a system like this.
Here's my question, and maybe a lot of other people's questions. If you have a planner, like the planner size, and I believe this is a Planner Essentials, Does it? And it does fit in the
Yeah,
8.5
it
by
fits in
11.
there.
So if you get the 8.5 by 11, the We Are Makers album, and the pages, you could put all your Elizabeth Craft, your planner dies. They are going to fit in there. I know that's sometimes a problem with how things fit.
And I usually put the stamps that go with the general sets behind them, like that, because then it keeps them all together. And of course, she does have a die too, so.
So you have all the things like the favorite human release you have together, so you have everything.
And you can use, I use a Posca pen to write on them. Posca pens work great.
Oh, I was going to ask what you
So,
used for that.
yeah,
Okay,
just a white
you wrote
Posca.
right on the magnet sheet.
Right, I just write right on there what it is so that,
And you can kind of flip through and see what you have. I think that's a great system.
yeah, but like I said, I'm just going to put my flowers in here when I get home and stuff, but, and I might get another one for like alphabets and words and things.
So,
because,
yeah, I think that's a great way to get organized.
But I would have like 100 of these if I put all my,
Diana has
They're
a
horrible.
die or two. She has a die or
I
two.
have a
So,
few.
well, Diana, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And we're going to be back tomorrow, same time. I like to say same bat time, same bat channel. We should say same craft time, same craft channel. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more Clean and Simple. And everyone
Sounds
will
good.
see you then. So have a great crafty day.
Okay.